Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we are tearing into a stack of source material that is, honestly, it's both fascinating and really urgent.
It really is.
We're doing a deep dive into the forces that are just dismantling established players in the market. The main source is called The Death of Old Brands, How E-Commerce is Reshaping Winners, Losers, and Everyone in Between in 2026.
Yeah, and that title is designed to grab you.
It does. It gives you this low thrum of anxiety, and I think that's the point. The source material sets it up perfectly, saying this market threat has been, lurking like a slow-burning horror film, just hidden in plain sight in all these outdated systems and, frankly, complacent strategies. We're not talking about hypotheticals here. This is about massive ongoing market obsolescence.
And this is where we have to get the core argument straight right out of the gate. The title is a little bit of a misnomer.
Oh, okay. How so?
Well, e-commerce itself isn't some, sentient killer hunting old brands. The real assassin here is stagnation.
Stagnation.
Yes. Brands are failing because they're still operating internally like it's 2012. Meanwhile, their competitors are just sprinting ahead at 2026 speeds. The brutal truth in this research is that these companies, they aren't just being hunted. They are, through their own inertia, volunteering for elimination.
Wow. Volunteering for elimination, that's a harsh but incredibly powerful way to frame it.
It is.
It really hits home, that feeling we all get when we're fighting with some dated website or system. Okay, so let's unpack this. If stagnation is the killer, where's the failure actually happening? What are the specific demands that modern consumers have that these legacy brands just aren't meeting?
Right. We've entered a new reality, what used to be customer preferences.
Yeah.
They've now hardened into what the source calls non-negotiable demands.
Non-negotiable.
The documents are crystal clear on this. If a brand misses even one of these points, they're instantly marked for elimination. Customers just move on.
That's intense. It suggests there's literally zero margin for error. So as our insightful analysts, break it down for us. What are these 6 critical expectations that brands have to meet just to stay in the game?
Okay, so first up, we have frictionless checkout. And this isn't just about, taking a credit card.
Right.
This means one-click purchasing, seamless payment flows, no unnecessary typing. If a customer has to hunt for their wallet or fight with a broken autofill, they abandon the cart instantly. We're talking about microseconds determining millions in revenue.
I can personally attest to the immediate rage I feel if I have to re-enter a shipping address I used literally last week. It just feels like incompetence.
Exactly. It's a fundamental breakdown of trust. So, number 2 is lightning delivery. This has moved way beyond being a luxury.
It's the baseline now.
It's the baseline for survival, same-day or next-day fulfillment. The bar was set by Amazon Prime, period. If you tell a customer, expect this in 3 to 5 business days, you are openly inviting them to go find someone else who actually respects their time.
Okay, so that's 2. What's next?
Third is total transparency. Customers now demand real-time inventory. They want honest pricing with no hidden fees at the end, and they want accurate, detailed tracking.
Down to the minute.
Down to the minute. If your site says you have 3 left in stock, and that turns out to be wrong because of some manual count in a warehouse, you've just shattered their trust. They assume you're either incompetent or, worse, deceptive.
And once that trust is gone, forget it. It's almost impossible to win back. What about customer service?
That's number 4. Always on support. This means true 24/7 availability. And it doesn't matter if it's AI or outsourced or a hybrid. The service has to actually solve the problem and solve it efficiently.
Not the chatbot loop of doom.
Exactly. The chatbot loop of doom followed by, we'll email you back in 48 hours. That kills brands. A modern consumer expects that support agent to instantly see their entire history with the company.
Okay, number 5.
Mobile first, everything. And we are not talking about a website that just, looks okay on a phone.
No, it has to be built for it.
From the ground up. The entire experience, from discovery to checkout, has to be seamless on the smallest screen. If your site is slow or breaks or makes you pinch and zoom, the brand is, as the source says, dead in the water. Most transactions start on a phone now.
And what's the last one? That elusive goal of personalization.
Number 6, smart personalization. This is the subtle art. We're talking about data-driven loyalty systems that offer genuinely relevant experiences. It's knowing you have a dog and only showing you pet stuff. It's suggesting the right accessory before you even know you need it.
Right, not just spamming you with ads for the thing you just bought.
Exactly, that's the failure. It shows the brand isn't listening at all.
That is a very comprehensive list. 6 non-negotiable demands. And since missing even one means customers are just gone, we have to ask you, listening right now, Which of these six do you find the most frustrating when a brand gets it wrong? Is it the broken mobile site, the checkout friction, or that slow shipping? Let us know in the comments. Why should anyone give a brand a second chance on these things?
It's a good question.
So, if those six demands define the battleground, then who's setting the pace? Because it's definitely not your local competition anymore.
Precisely. The old rules, local shop versus local shop, that game is dead. It was buried years ago.
Right.
The new reality is local versus global in every single transaction. A customer isn't comparing you to the store down the street. They're comparing your experience to the absolute best one they've ever had online, period, regardless of industry.
And who are these new competitors?
Well, you have the Titans, obviously. Amazon, whose logistics are now the benchmark for the entire world.
Yeah.
Walmart, with its price dominance and massive scale. But the real danger, I think, is in the specialists.
The niche players.
The niche specialists, like a company called Detroit Axle. They hyper-target specific auto parts, and they're just crushing the traditional chains because they have better inventory and speed in their one category. And then, of course, you have thousands of agile digital disruptors with zero legacy baggage to slow them down.
That is terrifying. It means the bar is just constantly moving higher, and it's being set by companies with budgets that most legacy brands can't even dream of matching. Is that even a fair fight?
That's the critical question. And it's not about matching the budget. It's about matching the efficiency, which brings us to the big cautionary tale in the source material: Advanced Auto Parts.
A huge established brand.
A billion-dollar legacy brand.
Yeah.
And right now, they're pouring millions into digital modernization. But the source explicitly says this isn't a growth strategy, it's a desperate survival play.
Desperate survival. Wow. So what exactly are they fighting against internally?
They're fighting the weight of their own history. The external threats are there, sure, Amazon, Walmart. But internally, they are battling these ancient systems, complicated franchise agreements, and decades of manual processes that were never built for digital speed.
So they're spending a fortune just to catch up.
A fortune just to retrofit their culture and their tech to get to a baseline level of modern functionality. A level that a startup could build in, 6 months for a tenth of the price. So if a billion-dollar brand with all those resources is struggling this much just to stay afloat, imagine the fate of smaller businesses who think they're immune.
They think having a website is enough.
Exactly. And that website is just bolted onto a back office that's running on fumes and old software. So it raises a really important question for anyone listening in this world. Is just having a website enough anymore?
The research clearly says no. And that brings us to what the document calls the fatal misconception.
Yes.
The delusion that digital equals website. It's like a mental crutch for leaders who don't want to change.
It absolutely is. That mindset is obsolete. Old brands think they can just, bolt on a few digital features, a new theme, maybe new checkout system.
A fresh coat of paint.
Right. The source compares it to adding a fresh coat of paint to a condemned building. It doesn't fix the collapsed foundation.
So what does a structurally sound modern brand look like then? What does it actually mean to be digital from your DNA outward?
It means every single process, every decision, every customer interaction is digital first. It's integrated. It's automated.
So digital DNA means when I click Buy Now.
It means that one click automatically updates your inventory across every channel. It triggers the fulfillment system. It notifies the supply chain manager. It queues up a personalized follow-up email, and it feeds data back into marketing analytics. All of it, without a single human touching a spreadsheet.
That's the operational gap.
That's the gap. Old brands have manual chaos. Modern brands have automated systems, real-time logistics, data-driven marketing. It's a fully integrated ecosystem.
And if you don't have that foundation, the cracks start to show. The source has this really powerful analogy. It says brands don't fail suddenly. They fail slowly, almost invisibly, and then all at once.
Like a dam with hairline cracks.
Exactly. Everyone ignores the cracks for years until the pressure builds and the whole thing just collapses. So what are those hairline cracks? What are the warning signs?
The source identifies 8 key warning signs. These are the things you can actually audit yourself against to see if the dam is leaking.
Okay, let's hear them.
First, a slow or outdated website. If it takes more than 2 seconds to load, you're just bleeding revenue and trust.
It makes you look incompetent.
It does. Then there's poor SEO or non-existent content, which means you're basically invisible to people who are actively looking for what you sell.
They don't even know you exist to buy from you.
Precisely. Third, no digital fulfillment operations. This is relying on old school manual pick, pack, and ship. You're stuck in analog while your competitors are using robots.
Okay. Number 4.
Manual inventory systems. The source calls this the kiss of death. If your inventory lives on a spreadsheet that a human has to update, you are doomed to overselling and understocking. You're going to disappoint customers.
5th is no real customer data strategy. You're just flying blind. You have names, maybe, but you have no idea how to use that data for targeting or loyalty.
6th, inconsistent or dated branding. This just screams obsolete before a customer even clicks. If your site looks like it's from 2015, they assume your product is too.
What's number 7?
A general lack of automation in your internal business. This means your team is drowning in manual tasks approvals, order processing returns, while your competitors are scaling effortlessly with software.
And the last one.
And finally, number 8, no social proof or video content. Modern buyers need to see reviews, they need to see user-generated content, they discover products on short-form video. If you're not providing those trust signals, you're missing the final step for most buyers.
Wow. That list of warning signs is a serious reality check. We have to hear from you. Which of these do you see most often out there? Is it the ancient website? Is it that frustrating inventory issue that gets your order canceled a day later? Leave us a comment and let us know.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see.
And if you want to keep receiving these critical deep dives and not miss all the new stuff we're putting out, make sure you hit that subscribe button on our YouTube NCWEBDV channel right now.
You should.
Okay, so let's turn the corner. Enough about failure. Let's talk survival. The difference between that condemned building and the winner. It's huge. What are the winners actually doing differently?
They're architecting for it. They don't react to the market. They build their entire business for speed and for scale.
It's systematic.
It's totally systematic. They're building things like high-speed conversion engines. They A/B test everything on their site so that every millisecond equals revenue. They remove steps. They optimize payments.
They have automated operations.
Right, so their fulfillment systems never sleep and they never make mistakes. They integrate their ERP with their logistics software so there's zero human intervention from click to shipped.
And they achieve what you call SEO dominance.
Yeah, and that's more than just a few keywords. It means owning the entire customer journey with content, answering every niche question, becoming the definitive source in their field.
And crucially, they figured out social media, not just for ads, but for actual sales. Social commerce power.
Absolutely. They get that. Product discovery happens on TikTok and Instagram now. They use lifecycle automation. They segment customers based on behavior, and they tie everything together. Shopify Plus, modern ERPs, AI tools, all of it working in perfect harmony.
It's clear this isn't a small fix. It's a total transformation. The source lays out a 5-point framework for this, right? The 2026 Digital Survival Blueprint.
It does, and it's not a one-time project. This is a relentless, ongoing evolution.
So that's step 1.
The first step is foundational. Digitize operations. You have to purge all those manual processes that rely on hope and duct tape, get rid of the paper trails, digitize everything so data can flow.
Okay, and second?
Second, modernize the customer experience. This is about creating a truly fast, simple, mobile-first experience. If any single touch point causes frustration, it's dead weight. You have to test it and optimize it until it's delightful.
Number 3.
Invest in discoverability. You can have the best product in the world, but if you're invisible, you lose. So you double down on SEO, content, video, social commerce. You have to be where your customers are searching.
And 4th, fulfillment.
Streamline fulfillment. Optimize your delivery speed, your packaging, your returns. You have to compete with the giants on speed because speed translates directly into value and loyalty for the customer.
And the last critical step.
Adopt continuous optimization. You have to treat your digital ecosystem, your site, your software, your marketing as a living system. It needs constant feedback, constant testing, constant improvement. The race never ends.
The ultimate enemy here is just so simple, isn't it? It's resistance to change. It's inertia.
It is.
And the research makes it so clear that every single day of delay is another step toward becoming obsolete. Another competitor gets a bigger lead. If billion-dollar brands have to go through this painful reinvention just to stay alive, small businesses cannot afford to wait.
The clock is ticking. And digital transformation shows absolutely no mercy. To avoid becoming a fossil, the blueprint gives 5 immediate action steps.
Okay, let's list them off.
First, do a ruthless audit of where you are right now. Face the brutal truth. Second, identify those outdated systems, the spreadsheets, the siloed software, before they cause a catastrophic failure.
Third, modernize your tech stack.
Yep, so it can actually support growth. Fourth, Aggressively improve your discoverability with content and video. And fifth, build everything, internal and external, for speed and for loyalty.
It's not a strategy
In
anymore.
2026, digital isn't a strategy, it's oxygen. Which, it raises one last important question for everyone listening.
Go for it.
Given these catastrophic consequences of stagnation, if billion-dollar brands like Advanced Auto Parts are making desperate survival plays, what specific, non-glamorous manual process, like that one specific inventory spreadsheet or that dated software that needs triple data entry, what process in your business is the hairline crack in the dam just waiting to cause the flood?
That is the crucial question. It defines whether you survive or whether you volunteer for elimination. Thank you for joining us for this deep dive. Let us know your answer to that final question in the comments below, and we'll see you next time.